May be happening in Europe and in the world's financial markets, there is one thing that is never going to change, and that is good old-fashioned American ingenuity. Ever since that explosion aboard the Deepwater Horizon 4 weeks ago, the question has been, how do you sop up all that leaking oil before it reaches the Gulf shore? And that's where our next guests step in with a novel idea to clean up the mess and keep people employed as well. We welcome Otis Goodson, Daryl Carpenter, and George Roberts of C.W. Roberts Contracting in Panama City, Florida. Gentlemen, it's great to see you. I saw this first on the internet, and I couldn't believe it was such a supposedly complex problem could be solved so simply. Daryl, it was your idea. Tell us what it is.
Basically, we're going to put some oil in the water and put some hay in there, and it actually absorbs the oil.
All right, go at it.
And you can clean it right up.
Go at it and describe what you're doing while you're doing it.
All right. All right. Right now, Otis is actually pouring the oil. This is actually Gulf seawater out of the Gulf of Mexico. It's salt water that we actually got out of the Gulf of Mexico today. So it's the exact same water that's out there that the oil is in.
This is regular 30-weight motor oil. This is 30-weight burnt motor oil.
All right, before you go any further, how close does the oil you're putting in there simulate the oil that's in the Gulf right now?
Well, what they say is that regular 30-weight motor oil is real similar to regular 30-weight motor oil. So we're using regular 30-weight motor oil and some already burnt 30-weight motor oil, so the viscosity's mostly out of it. So if we can get it when it's even thinner, we can surely get it when it's thicker, like it is.
All right, you guys got to, as quickly as you can, you got to pick up the process a little bit because we don't have a lot of time. Go ahead, Daryl.
All right. We're putting the hay in there. This is some wheat straw hay. This is some Bermuda hay.
We have Bermuda hay.
It'll actually, Otis will stir it around. You'll actually see it absorbing the oil.
Now, how available, Daryl, how available is this hay in the country? Is this something that is readily available? Because you need millions of bales of this to soak up all that oil in the Gulf.
It's readily available. Yes. We've had people actually from California to South Florida call us with hay. One guy in California's got 65,000 acres of wheat straw. Right now is the wheat straw season. So it's readily available. One thing we want to stress is we don't want to use feed hay. We don't want to take anything away from any of the cows. Right. Any hay we use is going to be disposable hay that would not be feed hay.
So this is rot hay. This is stuff that you throw away or you can cut and let it dry out on the ground.
That's right.
Now, what you would do, of course, the Gulf is a lot bigger than what you got there. What you would do, I guess, is to string together fishing nets off of 2 barges, go through the area where you put the hay on top, and then pick up this stuff that has now been soaked with oil. Then you'd have all this oil-soaked hay. What would you do with that?
I'm going to let George tell you that.
David George Roberts. We've been in the road building business since 1975, and we're in the asphalt manufacturing business as well. We have to where we know that we can transport the hay. We've got barges and supply boats available. We'll take the hay out. We blow the hay with mechanical blowers, commercial mulchers that would blow the hay out onto however many acres that we could do in a day. We think that we can pick it up in the same day. What we don't know for sure is how long that it would take us or how much, here it shows that it soaks it up very quick. We're stirring it, but we don't know what the waves are going to do to be able to accommodate that. But then we have aquatic harvest conveyors that we would mount on barges that would take that material. We take it from the barge to hopper barges. Once we get it on the hopper barges, I mean, you see how clear that water is?
That's really extraordinary. And then presumably, guys, we've got to wrap it, but presumably you could use this oil-soaked hay maybe as a kind of a fuel at a power plant or something.
No doubt.
Exactly.
We put it in lined containers on some ply boats. We take it back to the hill, take it to incinerators and burn it. And then what little bit of hay that everybody seems to be concerned of, we have other products that we've been tested in the last few days that'll allow us to pick that up.
Guys, we got to leave it at that. But as you do the final testing there, has the government been in contact with you, or are you in touch with the government?
The government has, but we haven't been in touch with anybody with BP. But
Okay.
we're 100% recyclable,
David,
100% green.
what-
We've got a material right here that'll pick this up. Unbelievable. That we've been, our everyday stuff that we use every day in a product in the road
Okay.
building business.
Guys,
that
we-
that
watch
we know
these
will pick
products.
this up.
We wish you the
David,
very
these products
best.
right
I
here
mean,
can go on
should.
the
I
hill.
hope they are watching in Washington and at BP headquarters in London, because you've got a process there that could help out
David,
people
look
in the
at this
Gulf.
right here.
Otis
Look at this,
Goodson,
Look at that. Look at the water. Look at that
Look at
water
that.
right there. Clean as a
Look
whistle.
at that.
unbelievable.
And your oil's on the product.
Daryl Carpenter, George Roberts, Otis Goodson, gentlemen, congratulations. Thank you for doing the good work you're doing.